military had dog tags like this, we'd never have to reinstate the draft. It's Trigon time.
Focus Plumbing, always at your fingertips.
Pow! Segment 4. Jody the Rock Rocco, is this going by fast or what?
It is very fast,
Man,
considering.
it's for $1 million. We are $750,000 into the show. Yum, yum. And thank you all who are watching the show on both channels. We're on the Jody Rocco page. We're on the Danny Vegas Live page. Feel free to hit the share button and say, watch this, because this is going to be good. Especially all you folks on the Jody side. You're kind of used to all this fervor. People on my side, they are just waking up and like, oh, it's Danny? Okay, so my cousin Joe Arrington is in the house.
He's in the house.
Yeah, Joseph
Thank you,
Arrington.
Norman. I appreciate it.
Glenn, Alex,
Good to see you, George.
And Erica's
Cousin Michael and Niecy Bree.
is my buddy from he's a soccer dad.
Who's
like
this?
me. My friend Eric. There.
Oh, Eric. Okay.
Yeah, so it's tryout time, so everybody's stressing.
Everybody's stressing. Oh, I know.
stressing.
My daughter's so happy her 4 years are done.
Now, she has any chance of being picked up by a pro team?
She's playing on the side right now. She starts her master's program in August, and she kind of wants it. But she is playing on the side with another team. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, now clear the decks. It's Jody time. I'm clearing it off. Okay, Jody has something that is affecting her personally,
Yes.
and we're gonna get into it. And she is hot on the collar. We didn't even get to the girl that wore the Chinese dress at prom. I know.
Oh, who cares?
You would have loved that.
There's
one.
my opinion. Who cares?
Well,
All right, so
a
let's
lot-
start with this
A lot
one.
of people do.
No.
Okay. Let me try to set it up,
Okay.
and I'm sure I'm going to be wrong, but according to what you have told me, your ex-husband married a woman after you, and that relationship ended in a divorce. Happens to a lot, right? It's okay. All right. Should have listened to Jody. All right. But this woman, who is the ex-wife of your ex-husband, so I guess if there weren't any children involved, you could care less, right? But this,
Not my children.
Yeah, I know
They
that.
have 2 children. He has 2 children with her, but not my daughters.
yeah, I know that.
Okay.
Right. I didn't know about their 2 kids.
Okay.
Now, this lady who has bought 2 life insurance policies on your 2 kids,
Yes.
okay? And she is not their biological mother. You're the one that pushed them out of your body. She didn't, but she has a life insurance policy on both of them so that if anything disastrous... 4 of them. 4 policies. That if anything happened, God forbid, that she would get a payout. And you have been fighting this for a long time because you're like, why do you have these life insurance policies? Go.
Well, let's get some other facts into the picture here.
All right.
The policies were created 2 years after her divorce from my ex-husband.
Okay, so that's a big one. Okay,
That's
so
big.
2 years after, after 2 years, hopefully you've moved on with somebody or something. Both of you had. So they've moved on far
Right.
enough to where...
And they were going through an acrimonious divorce, very acrimonious.
Okay, what does acrimonious mean?
Acrimonious, anger, hate.
Oh, really?
Dissent, the whole bit. So, and then during this acrimonious divorce, on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock,
At 10 o'clock.
my ex-husband decides to sign an insurance policy where this woman would benefit from the death of my daughters. And that's what they are. They're those kind of policies.
Okay.
So we now know, after a year and a half, almost 2.5 years, I have been asking State Farm to cancel these policies.
Right. Now, you said your husband signed it. I thought she faked it.
Exactly.
Okay.
She photoshopped his signature from another policy, and it's clear to see, we've already had it analyzed, it's clear to see that these policies have forged, photoshopped signatures on them. The policy was filled out by the ex-wife. It wasn't even signed by her, it was signed by her agent that works for her. She is a State Farm agent. She's a State Farm agent. She has an office in Northern California, and she knew exactly what she was doing. Nobody ever after 2 years of a divorce in an acrimonious relationship, during that time would knowingly and willingly, with no argument, sign off on life insurance policies for their kids to someone else. So here's the thing.
Okay.
State Farm is dragging their feet. They're refusing to cancel these policies. Not one, not two, 4 policies. Two on
not
each
just
daughter's.
on your daughter, not their own 2
Not their
kids,
own 2 kids.
but the other, just yours.
Just on my kids.
4 of them.
We have asked her attorney, who recused herself. She's no longer part of her case. And we got a letter back. My daughters, who are over 21, got letters back that said what she wants to do with her policies from her company is her business, cease and desist.
Right.
So I went to the district attorney's office in the county where they live.
Okay.
And I asked them to help me because there were other issues. She hired a private investigator to impersonate my daughter at Wells Fargo Bank, and that is a felony. And this is what the district attorney's office is working on right now. But they can't help me in this. But it's illegal. It is
Okay.
illegal without the consent of the person who we now know, both my daughters have said, cancel those insurance policies. And she's refusing to cancel them. Is anybody out there who would be as enraged as I am if somebody else, not even a relative, somebody who despises the ex-husband and the daughters and has life insurance policies on them? That is macabre. It is eerie. It is sick. Nobody should be allowed. Be like me having an insurance policy on your daughters just because you're Danny Vegas and I know you. Why not just get an insurance policy on Donald Trump or Maxine Waters,
Oh, yeah, I collect on that one.
Nancy Pelosi?
I collect on that one.
Do you know what I'm saying? Who in their right mind gets an life insurance policy where you benefit from the death?
As
You
the
benefit
judge,
from their death.
I would think that if the signature of your ex-husband was forged, obviously these documents are worth what they're printed on, and no one would be able to collect on them.
I have gone up to the vice president of State Farm. The last email I received 5 to 6 months ago was, we can no longer have conversations with you. The policies are not yours. They're the insurance agents, and I'm this close to saying her name because I'm coming for you.
You can come. You can go for her, but
I
please
am.
don't-
And she knows this.
I don't want to get.
Nobody.
She might have Danny Vegas.
I
I'll
know.
put a couple bucks on that bastard. Yeah, so-
But I'm coming for you.
okay.
This is not over. State Farm has said that they can no longer consult.
So what's
with
the
me.
next step? Where's our champion of justice?
The next step is
Alexis Brown. Where's our champion of justice?
the next step is revealing not here, but revealing and exposing who this person is who has life insurance policies on somebody else's children. If the child says to you, the child is now 22 and 25, hey, look, cancel the policies.
Well, that's another question. Can someone who has a life insurance can you do that? If someone has, my wife has a life insurance policy on me, can I say cancel that thing because I don't love you no more? Can you do that?
Well, like your friend said, there's the consent. You have to have the consent.
Right.
She now knows through letters to her attorney that she does not have the consent.
Well, since it's a forged signature, there never was consent.
But keep in mind that the policies were made when my daughters were 14 and
Okay.
So they did not have, they were not of age, they did not have
Right.
the
They're
right.
minors.
They were
Okay,
minors,
so your
exactly. Thank you. I
ex-husband
couldn't think
had
of the
to
word.
sign for them.
Exactly.
And
But
it's a
we
forged
know,
signature.
right, we know that the date of that contract, he wasn't even in the contiguous United States. We already know this. I've done my due diligence. I have provided State Farm with enough information to do whatever is necessary to protect my children because she does not like my children and she has insurance policies on my children. I say children, again, they're 22 and 25.
What was that guy on Laughing? Very interesting.
Very interesting. But
What do you think what do you think? We have 50 seconds left. I mean, if everything goes the way it's supposed to, your children are going to outlive this lady by 30 years or more, okay? So, what is the end result here? Is it I hate Jody Rocco, so I'm going to just put a cattle prod in her ribs?
cancel the contracts, cancel the policies, or you'll find out. It's been 2.5 years, and I'm being really, really, really patient and nice. And believe me, I'm Italian Lebanese Gemini twin. I am not patient.
Yes. And you said you've been nice.
I've been nice. I have not done anything on my major pages,
Okay.
but that may change soon.
All right. Well, inquiring minds want to know. Looks like we'll have to invite Jody back. All right. Thank you for the reunion show. Thank you for all the people that chimed in. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Ariel is next, I think, and we will be back next week with Soccer City right next week.